Okay, I'm streaming somewhere. I just don't know where.
Uh,
Aha. Log in.
there we go. YouTube's going. It's the countdown there. Let's see. TikTok and Twitch.
TikTok is working.
Okay. All right, I got Twitch.
Welcome to the Weekly Growl, where bold conversations meet good coffee. Every Tuesday night, Bayou goes live to talk men's grooming, mental health, coffee, culture, and the gear that actually matters. No fluff, no filters, just real talk. This is the show that keeps it raw, bold, and unapologetic. So grab your mug, let's growl.
Comment ça va, mes amis, and Merry Christmas. Welcome in to another edition of the Weekly Growl. Sorry for the late start. Had some technical difficulties. And I'm gonna blame Dagan for this because he helped me set up all this stuff, but he's asleep right now, and he's not here to help solve all of my problems when everything didn't work quite properly. But anyway, I think I've got everything straightened out, and yeah, there was 18 new upcoming events. I know it messed up severely. So uh, and hello to Kevin, and hello to Mr. Mark Johnson. And I'm sorry, I'm not sure who Slick Hiss is, but hello anyway. And
It's
and
me.
oh, okay. And I'm not sure who Sayed the Kite 7 is. I don't know, man. I don't know anybody. And then, of course, my beautiful, lovely wife. And we have a guest this week, real good friend of mine, and his name is Ken, or Kenneth, or Kenny. I'm not exactly sure what he goes by because I call him all of the above, and occasionally I call him late for dinner too. But anyway, without further ado, let's bring on my buddy Ken. Yay! Oh wait, I need. Hold on, I need some applause for that. Yeah. Welcome in to the Weekly Growl, Ken. I'm
Thank you for having me.
glad you were able to join us. Today is our very special Christmas Eve edition, and uh, will be sponsored in part by Wood Pit Candles. And thank you to Kevin at Wood Pit Candles. He has sponsored a giveaway. Yes, we're gonna have a giveaway tonight. Yay! Or I should say,
Yay!
and I'm not going to bore anybody with the details or anything, but I had problems tonight, and it has to do with me not using a paid service any longer. I'm going through the same stuff that Dagan uses, except he knows how to use it better than I do, which makes me tend to
Dang it, Bobby.
yeah. But anyway, yes, we'll be having a giveaway a little bit later this evening, and been working to put all of this stuff together, uh, anything that's free, and this is a free service, I might add, so it's not very easily to use. But oh, and there's my brother Brian over there in Malaysia, Johor Bahru, Malaysia. But anywho, let's get on with this. And Mr. Kenneth, uh, I know that you're a musician. Nobody else does out here, but we're about to find out. So please do tell us about your musicianness and what all do you do, man?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I'm from here. I went to Oklahoma High School. I was in the band there. Played tuba, the sousaphone, the marching band, all that. Big band nerd. And then after that, I went to UL. Started off in music education, but I didn't think I was ready to teach kids. So I switched over to music media and graduated in music media. But and that was in 2001. I graduated from UL with that degree. And I really haven't done much with that degree in my music major. I've been just working in the corporate world, raised the end of that thing. But
You got an
I
echo
do
going,
very
brother.
much enjoy it and still kind of make my own stuff. I still play tuba with the Lafayette concert band here.
All right. You got a little bit of an echo going on there, buddy. Yeah. And my wife says, is this what mushrooms are like? I've always wondered. It might be. I don't know. And now you are mute. Who are mute? I don't know who are mute, but somebody was our mute, but I just turned it back over. Okay. I think we're good now. So you say you play with the Lafayette concert band. Uh
Mm-hmm.
you guys do a lot of shows. What all kind of what all do you do?
Yeah, we do about I guess about 4 or 5 shows a year. Our big ones are usually like Veterans Day, Memorial Day. We have a Christmas concert that we just did. I think our next one we're going to have is we're going to have two in the fall. I think one in March, one in April, I believe. And I think this year they're starting something new. We're doing, or they're going to be doing kind of like a scholarship. They're winning some type of prize. I think it's like $1,000 prize scholarship possibly. For they're going to have people within high schoolers, within this area, Canadian area, compete to play a solo, and they'll get to do a solo with the community band at one of the concerts that we're doing, and they'll get a prize for doing that. So that's a new thing that's coming up in the fall that we're going to be doing. So that's going to be fun
Oh, cool.
to see the competition there. There's a really lot of great musical talent in this area. The kids here they really enjoy band. It's really just a big deal here, marching band and all that. So it's
I love
exciting.
marching band music. I love the brass. What can I say?
Yeah, absolutely. So
I miss
it's
the brass, the big band sound. There was always brass in the big band sound. Big
oh
band.
yeah, and that was the big thing whenever we had marching band, especially in college. We'd have competitions to see, try to outplay each other. On the football field, you have all this space, on the stands, and it's just like it's almost hard to hear yourself with the whole band on the space. So it becomes a competition in that way to just see who can, belt out the loudest, be heard.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a guy that several years older than me went to high school. He played in the band in our little high school, but he went to LSU and played in the band there. And he said the very first day of on the field practice, he said just the band playing the warm up scale, whatever you call it. He said, dude, okay, went from a little band of like, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 pieces to the All American Golden Band in Tigerland, which was like 200, 250. So where
hmm
he's like, just hearing them play the scale was just like awesome. He's like, man, he said, I didn't know how to keep playing because it's like, wow.
I know. Yeah, I have two friends that were in that band, the Tiger Band. It's the highlight of their whole lives. They still talk about it, how great it was just to be in that atmosphere. They love LSU and the football and all that. So it's like, yeah, it is special to a lot of people.
Oh, most definitely. And talk about making some memories. Well, yeah, that's making memories severely.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's one thing that as I'm getting older here, and in my um, I know you talk about mental health, but that was one thing that's been really key for me is, as I'm transitioning through my life, is finding that love for music again and try to rekindle that. And that's kind of given me kind of a second wind in my life here to have hope and keep going. And I'm really looking for ways to enhance that. So I'm looking to try to teach music. My son just recently, out of nowhere. I mean, I've been begging him to teach music for years to like do music with him, but just the other day, out of nowhere, he approached me. And it's been just a really uplifting experience lately I've had with him. So it's like I feel like I know that's my calling, and I want to find a way to do that from now on instead of just trying to find a standard job. I'm gonna find some way to incorporate that.
oh, that's great, man. That's great. It's always wonderful to spend time with our kids, especially when there are so many teaching moments available.
Yeah,
And
he's gonna be 18 Saturday,
oh,
so
wow. Well, happy birthday to him.
he's graduating this year. So
Oh,
it's an
well, that's
exciting
great.
time.
That's great, man. And funny that you should mention uh, mental health because we're going to discuss a little bit of mental health. Imagine that.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, I don't have a cup of coffee, so we're not talking about coffee tonight. But
Have water.
what's in your cup? Uh,
I
love
have
my
water.
I love my red dye number 40, so of course I'm having Crystal Light uh, fruit punch. Oh, and I see my wife wants to know what instrument is your son interested in?
Oh well, he right now. Well, so part of my journey here the past few months, I picked up the bass guitar, and so I think that's kind of what led him in. He saw I kind of showed him what I was doing, and he's already kind of learning on his own, just kind of fiddling around on the piano, and he's got some natural talent. He's really got a really great ear, and he can hear a lot of things. And so, but it was a bass guitar that got him into wanting to do it. So I'm kind of showing him as I just started several months ago, I can kind of show him, from ground floor basics, how I got started. And he can play a little bit. He's getting the hang of it just within a couple of sessions. So I think he's really talented. And I think if he wants to do it, he's gonna have a lot of fun.
That's great. And man, I don't know about those of y'all out there who are as into music, but the band Corn, their music is so predominant bass guitar. I
hmm
mean, Corn has some like amazing bass lines in their music, and if you have a really nice system in your car, that's when you can really tell. Because yeah, it's I don't even know what genre of music Corn would be considered. I don't know if that's
Like metal, I think.
metal or hard rock or
Yeah.
new age, whatever. But anyway, it's full of bass, man. It's got a lot of bass in it. It's just amazing. Oh, and my wife played bass, although that's the kind of bass that you have in baseball. She played bass. I played a bass, a four-string bass. Oh, yeah, and thank you, Kevin. 13 people watching, but only 5 likes. Hit that button like it owes you money, please. But yeah, bass is amazing, and I think I first discovered just how cool a bass sounds way back. Let's go way back. How far back? Back to the 80s, the 1980s. Yes, last century. And those of us old enough to know to remember is there was this late night talk show that came on at 10:30. I think it was the Arsenio Hall show. Anybody remember that?
Mm-hmm. Woo,
The
woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, and those people over there are people who think that hormones are noises that make prostitutes make. Remember the band? Well, the guy who played the bass guitar. I don't remember what it was about, what was going on, but Arsenio told him to give him a bass line, and this dude just starts just ripping it, and it was like, wow. So that's what a bass guitar does, and it, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I really appreciate that. I really like like the like funk style with the bass. It has some really awesome bass lines in funk music. But the real reason, I just enjoy music theory and like chord progressions. And I really have a lot of doubts in my ability to be able to play. Cause I mean, I've always tried away from playing stringed instruments, especially like guitars, because my fingers, I just can never see. I always like mash all the strings down at once. I can never seem to get the dexterity to get all the different strings. So that's why I wanted to go with bass guitar, because it's like it's less strings. They're further apart. I can feel like I can at least do chord structures, root notes of chord structures, and do basic things. But and I was right. I was able to do some of that, and I was actually surprised myself and able to do a little bit more. But I'm not. It's just having fun though. I don't want to play anything super difficult. I just like to be able to play along with the music, so I can hear, so I can it's almost like a intellectual exercise in hearing where the song is going and be able to follow along with it and play along. And that's just enjoyment for me with that.
Man, I can totally sympathize with you about the regaining the passion again. I'm starting to. Okay, I can't. I can play a really good record player. I can play a really good MP3. I have no musical talent other than I sing. But
Well, I heard you sing, and I think you do have some musical talent. You just haven't ever developed it. And
well,
so,
I can't play any musical instruments. Let's just put it that way.
well, if well, that's the thing is, I really believe that music should be taught, like music theory and just that development of being able to know what you're hearing, be able to map what you're hearing to something that was like down on paper. That develops a part of your brain. You know, I really you know attribute a lot of my cognitive abilities that little that I have, to that ability that I've developed that over the years. That was something that, and I really believe that should be in schools. That band is all wrong the way we have it. Just learning an instrument, you don't really develop that skill in doing that, and so I think that's something that everybody could benefit from, even an adult child. That it should be a part of your everyday ritual is to develop that part of your brain because it does help you think in other areas as well.
Yeah, it's kind of band should be taught like Mr. Holland taught it in the movie Mr. Holland's Opus.
Well, how he taught the drummer kid, he gave him individual, attention. Saw the talent that he had and developed, was able to develop that. And I think, each one of us could have that somewhat of that individual attention to find those different skills and help bring those out of us. And I think music helps do that.
It definitely brings us out of our shells. And yes, once upon a time ago, Michael, I used to be able to dance, but now my body is too mangled and not functioning properly. But yeah, I have loved music since I was a child, and it's kind of funny when we talk about the passion. It reminds me, I rediscovered this song, I guess about a couple of years ago, and it was from high school, and I hadn't heard it since then, since the '80s, and I heard it, and it's like it's something clicked in my head, and it's like, wait a minute, that's from back in the time when music was the only thing that mattered. And I can honestly say there was a time in my life when music was the only thing that mattered. And I mean, we lived and breathed the best music that was ever made in the 1980s. Okay, yeah, it was amazing, and it's like, where has this song been all this time? I could have used this all my life, but it's reignited my passion for music, and yeah, I do a little bit of singing, but I can just sit and listen to music for hours, and I don't have any specific uh, type of music because I listen to a little bit of everything. I used to tell everybody I listen to everything from A to Z, from alternative to Zydeco, and that is how my music tastes align, and what I listen to today, I may not want to listen to tomorrow. It just it all depends.
Yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
it's all dependent on the mood. But yeah, man, it's just, and I'm rediscovering and discovering and rediscovering a lot of stuff. Like I said, that I like marching band music. For a while I was on a kick where I was just totally all about a cappella music, which I still really really dig. But
Hmm.
kind of on a kick of marching band as well as some big band sound, and uh, I'm even including more modern day big band like the group Chicago. We
I
went to
love
see them in
Chicago.
concert,
I love
and
Chicago. Yeah.
oh, they sound amazing, but what just totally blew me away, they didn't have an orchestra. There was like one guy blowing this one horn, another guy blowing another horn, another. It's like, I want to say like three different guys, and it's like, dude, they sound really damn good, and it's just three of them. It's like,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah, you get a couple. There's like two or three talented musicians together that can play on point and can play together. You can make it sound really beautiful. It can really be impactful.
All right. And, Ryan said, I haven't been singing for the past several years, so now when I try to sing, my voice cracks horribly. It's like any other muscle. You have to work it. Well, I guess you do have to work it, and screaming at the top of your lungs might make your voice crack a little bit. And now, Michael, you asked, do you get into throat singing? I don't know what throat singing is, so I really have no idea.
I think it's popular in Mongolia.
I don't know. I just know that I project from the diaphragm up. You must project. You have to enunciate each syllable. Proper diction is a must. A boy named Charlie Brown. Sorry.
Yeah, what I've noticed is that I don't have a great singing voice at all, but I can almost imitate one by hitting the right notes. It's like once you train your ear and you can hear the notes, it makes singing cleanly a lot easier because you can nail the pitches. You can be on key, and that makes a huge difference in singing. It's not just the voice, as if you can hit the pitches correctly and cleanly.
Well, I am fairly decent at being able to harmonize with people that are in the same approximate vocal range as me. And keep on throat singing. You don't know? I guess I don't
I'll
know.
have to find some
Like,
YouTube videos on
yeah, gonna be doing a Google search once we get off the air. But yeah, I can, and I didn't discover my singing voice till in my early 20s. It was at a retreat, and I just sing along, so I'm no, 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 no. And there was a guy that was part of the music staff at this retreat, and dude can play guitar and sing, beautiful voice. And I just decided, I'm gonna kind of copy what he's doing, and but then I realized that I needed to copy it in my own voice. That's the
that.
problem, is I hadn't found my voice, and it's we started singing this song, and half of the group was singing the. I don't remember the difference between singing harmony and singing melody. I don't remember which is which, but whatever it was, he was singing one, they were singing together, and I started to sing the one with him, and I guess it's guessing it's the harmony we were singing because we harmonized. And man, he's playing. And he just looked at me, and his eyes like as big as plates. After the song was over, he was like, "Holy shit, man! You did it! You did it! You found your voice!" I was like, "Yeah, I found my voice. Yeah."
Yeah, I think music can help inspire so much confidence, because it's such a natural ability for everybody to be able to sing and to be able to hear, So I think it's just really good confidence wise. And I never thought, I see Carla, you mentioned music therapists. I never thought about that, but that'd be a really great. I would love to be able to do some type of music therapy sessions like that. That'd be really cool, and that does go hand in hand in my mind. Music and therapy.
That sounds like potentially a future pursuit, my friend.
Possibly so.
I think you would do very well with that. But yeah, music is just amazing. It's a wonderful tool. They say music soothes the savage beast. Well, it's true. It does soothe the savage
Mhm.
beast, and it even soothes the not so savage beasts.
I'm about to look it up. Is that in Cyprus?
Oh, Cyprus is we know Cyprus today as Tyler.
Oh,
Yeah, Tyler bought Cyprus.
okay, all right.
Yeah, she's not talking about the place Cyprus or anything.
This
It's
is cool. This could be something you have to look into. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you, Carla. Appreciate that.
yeah, she was she was impatient at Cyprus when she was in her teen years. I hope she doesn't mind me saying that about her because I'm just spreading her business everywhere.
And I think that's a great opportunity. That's a great thing to look into.
Yep. Now let's see. You know, amazing segue into what I was going to hit on tonight because, yeah, originally was thought I was going to talk about Christmas traditions and that kind of stuff. And truth be told, uh, it was a long day today, and I know that Christmas is day after tomorrow, and I'm just not feeling it this year. But then again, I always joke and say that I don't get into the Christmas spirit until around February 13th or 14th or something, and it's true. I don't get the Christmas spirit during Christmas season, and I think perhaps it may be this thing that called holiday depression. And, it's a very real thing, holiday depression syndrome or something or other like that. And holiday stress is the norm rather than the exception nowadays. And a poll by the American Psychology Association revealed nearly 9 in 10 U.S. adults report that something causes them stress during the Thanksgiving to New Year's holiday season. While many people who report holiday stress still experience similar stress levels at other times of the year, it shows that holiday stress is the norm rather than the exception. And about 49% of respondents characterize their holiday stress levels as moderate, suggesting it's often persistent rather than overwhelming. But 43% say holiday stress is significant enough to affect their ability to enjoy the season. Uh, I would think that I would have to agree with them. And 41% of U.S. adults report consistently higher stress levels during the holiday season. And honestly, I can't give you a reason why. It just kind of happens that way. And, the commercialism doesn't help us any at all.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I have a theory. I can just posit a theory here, which would be, you know, generally life is stressful. I mean, just in general for
yeah.
most people. I mean, so really you're just trying to, go about your day. You develop a certain routine. You have a certain pattern that you establish just to try to get through the day. you know. And whenever holidays come up, it throws that pattern off because I mean, it just everybody's doing different things. There's different plans that go on, and it makes you kind of reevaluate the pattern, and you see the holes in the stress of it, because now you're having to, add in things and change things around, and it's like, things aren't getting much better. You're just more aware of the stress because you're having to move things around a lot
Uh,
more. So then, it becomes a lot more apparent. Then you realize, and a lot of times that routine doesn't involve a lot of, engaging with family or with people. A lot of times, a lot of that's isolating. And I think we realize, this is the time we're supposed to be around people, and we're evaluating our routines and saying, oh, I just don't have many people typically. I don't have a good routine. I have a stressful routine here that's not very, doesn't have a lot of supportive people in it. And I think that just the change in routine highlights that.
and I think we never really learned a proper routine. And like my wife said, we miss our loved ones who are gone, and it really hits home uh, during the holidays because some
Mhm.
of a lot of the people in our lives, our loved ones, that was the only time we saw them was for the holidays.
Yeah.
And oh, here's a nice, okay, not a nice statistic, a horrible statistic, but roughly 60% of Americans say the holidays negatively impact their mental health. I can believe it. Now, the source is the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Yeah, veterans are typically the ones who are really hit hard uh, because veterans experience things that most normal people should never even think about, much less experience, especially if they served in combat.
Yeah, I
And
think what really makes it would really going to now I'll say I go to group therapy. Just having people around, having a community makes a big difference, and it's so built into our society nowadays that we're very isolated. We don't have that sense of community unless you're part of a church or part of some group. A lot of us live very kind of isolated lives, and I think that's what ultimately this kind of highlights that, because we think about the people that we can't visit, or we don't have that normal support group that we typically need to support us. And so yeah, this time of year just really highlights that fact. And I think it should draw us to focus our attention more on, if we can, to try to get connected back with people somehow. And I think that's the reason why I wanted to come and do this with you, is because this is another point of connection with people. And it's important for us all to try to find that more and more in our routines,
yeah,
however we can.
yeah. And then, well, I think, Trisha, I'm guessing you're, let me go back to the comment. Tomorrow would have been your mom and your stepdaughter. I'm guessing you meant your stepdad's 50th anniversary, but I don't know. And Brian saying Christmas has never been a happy time for me, mostly because my birthday is in a few days after, and I didn't even realize that we were poor. Well, hey, at least nobody pointed it out to you that you were poor, because I didn't know I was poor until I was in the sixth grade and got told that I was too poor to go to a Catholic school, and never realized that that kind of started the chain reaction of events. Okay, so yeah, she did mean her stepdad. I know autocorrect can totally screw us up.
Yeah, I know being poor is hard, but if you have this right support group around you, you don't feel that way because you're supported properly, with everybody around you. What it's not until it's pointed out and it's exposed and you're isolated does it make a difference.
Yeah, because now financially, I'm a lot better off than a large percentage of the rest of the world. Um, I'm bad off as far as America is concerned, but I am the richest person that I know because I own all of my family's love, and money can't buy. I don't, as the Beatles would say, I don't care too much for money because money can't buy me love, and I got a whole lot, and I don't have everything I want. Thank God. I'm very thankful that because yeah, I'd be in a bind
Yeah,
about everything I want, but I have everything I need, so that's all cool with me.
exactly. And the rest of it, you get support from the people around you, and that's because that's what
Exactly,
really matters. Is that connection that really matters. That's
and
what's going to sustain you. Is that love? That's what Jesus talks about. Is that love is what's going to sustain you through this. That is the fountain that keeps. I don't say I'm Christian. It's the fountain that keeps giving. You don't thirst drinking from that fountain. You never go thirsty.
yep, like Bobby Singer on the series Supernatural said, "Family don't end in blood," and he's right. Your relatives are related to you by blood. That's your kinfolk, but your family, that's the people that you surround yourself. That circle of friends, but they're not friends. They're more than friends because they choose to be down with you through thick and thin. Whereas your kinfolk, they may not choose to be down with you through thick and thin, even though you're blood relatives. And that's sad but true. Just because you're related to somebody doesn't mean that they got your back. Now, your family, your circle, they got your back because you got theirs. And we choose to have each other's backs like that, which makes us family. We don't need blood to tell us that we're related. We are family.
And I think it's the more that you lean into that, that you'll start feeling. If you want to feel more Christmas, the more that's because Christmas is all about the birth of Jesus, the birth of love, basically. So if you want to feel the Christmas spirit, start engaging with other people and develop that. And instead of thinking about again, we get so distracted on the gifts and all the pomp and circumstance around Christmas. But if you boil it down to the real meaning, and that's what I want to try to focus on is the meaning of Christmas and all the love and support, and that's where what makes me feel the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, and we can't forget why we celebrate Christmas. Is The celebration is Jesus is the reason for the season. Now, was he actually born on December 25th? Highly unlikely, but uh, it's a commemoration of it and the ultimate sacrifice that was made, and all that kind of stuff. And we have to keep that in mind and try not to allow the commercialism to ruin it for us because, yeah, man, that's Christmas now is pretty much strictly a commercial holiday. It
Yeah,
starts, well, used to it started with Black Friday, but look at all the foolishness that dude, it starts before Thanksgiving even hits, and the Black Friday sale, pre Black Friday,
hmm
uh, Cyber Monday, all of this kind of just foolishness, in my opinion.
yeah, and that's
And
the thing. There's a lot of things that distract us, but as long you can have fun, but the key is just to make sure you're putting you have your priorities in order. You're putting God first and putting the well-being of our fellow people around you
yeah,
as the most important thing first and foremost, not anything
exactly,
else.
exactly. That's exactly what we should be doing, and take a page out of our books, all of our books. You know, this is about being family time, being together, and you know, enjoy it. We're all on a very very short trip around this world. Everything is temporary, and I say that all the time, and I continue to say that this is all temporary. So enjoy it and remember, like Kevin says here, family should come first before sales. Yeah, remember to enjoy. My one of my biggest regrets in my lifetime was I didn't realize all these goofy, insignificant things that I did. I did not realize that I was making memories at the time.
Hmm
And as I go back and I think, it's like, man, I wish I wish I'd have let that sink in just a little bit more because I didn't. And it's like now it's like I try to think, hey, wait a minute, making a memory, making a new memory, making a new
That's
memory.
right. Use that as a reminder. Hey, live in the moment, live in the present. Live what's going on right now. Just appreciate every moment for what it is, because it is a gift from God. It truly is.
Yeah, and make the memories, making beautiful memories. Quit. My problem back then is I was 2 weeks ahead, 2 months ahead. Everything was all about what's coming, and I missed all of what was around.
Yep.
And I'm glad that I see that now. Uh, and it's sad, but some people go their entire lives and don't realize that
Yeah.
they don't realize what they're missing, and yeah, that's a lot to miss on because it's just when you're gone and you it's gonna be too late to think, oh yeah, that's a great movie. That will be no more memory. It's like gone.
Yeah, because you're gonna have those special moments where you're just filled with contentment. Through all the stress, you're gonna have those moments that are just like those are beautiful moments. And it's like I think Maya Angelou. People don't remember what you did or what you said. They'll remember how you made them feel, and that's what's really gonna drive that memory. Is that you focus on, oh, this is a great feeling I'm having in this moment. I'm so blessed, and that's what's gonna stick with you, over time.
Exactly.
You
That
won't
that
remember what you got as a present. I have no idea what I got as a present. I can't tell you anything, but I can remember how I felt. Whenever I received something heartfelt. You
yes,
know, that interaction I had with that person, and
definitely,
that's what I carry with me.
definitely, and I gotta totally agree with you on that.
Hmm.
'Cause, yeah, and yeah, like my wife says, tomorrow on Earth is not promised. This is very true.
Do it right now.
And memories
Seriously,
such
take
as
those
a bunch of
moments.
goofballs cruising down Johnston Street in a busted up Mustang ragtop holding an umbrella against the rain. This is very true. Me in the driver's seat, Brian, Ziggy, passenger seat, Ray in the back seat, and Ray's holding the umbrella because my top was trashed. So we're riding down Johnston Street in Lafayette with the top down. It's raining. And we had stopped at Ziggy's mom's house, and she gave us an umbrella so we could stay a little drier. And fortunately, that was probably about 15 years ago, and I still have not seen any pictures of that circulating on the internet yet. Although back then, I don't think I think there were camera phones, but they weren't as common as today.
Yeah.
But whoever would have thunk that we was making a memory like that? But anywho, I'm still moving along, and where did my statistics go? About 64% of people with mental illness say the holidays make their condition worse. And from my experience, okay, 64% of people with mental illness say that, and the other 36% are lying.
They don't admit it. They're in denial.
Exactly. And we're all mentally ill to some extent.
I think everybody encounters it. I think it's just a matter of how well we're able to deal with it in specific moments. I think people just want to put up a tough front. Like I could deal with it. It's not a big deal, but
Yep.
it can be.
Yep. And, we all have some type of mental illness. It's just some of us are a little bit better at, uh, I don't want to say hiding it, but yeah, hiding it. Some of us are a little bit better at disguising it than others. Does that make you any better or any worse?
And
I
I think
don't
it,
know.
it, it strengthens your denial. It enables you to be more in denial.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Memories like crazy bitch being crazy in the kitchen, yelling at the TV because of the Saints playing, like the Saints and her dog coming over to protect me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know who he's talking about. Uh, it's the work that goes into it. So much easier when I had my health. Well, so much easier when I had my mind. You know? But hey, a mind is a terrible thing to taste. Anyway, we are getting down to the end of our show, and as promised, I have a giveaway, and it's something that I think everybody could like, and it just happens to come from. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it is wood pit candles and a new exclusive flavor called Rudolph, which, I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate to give this away, but I can't keep everything for me. But Rudolph is bayberry, cinnamon, and clove, and it smells very, very nice. It's I don't know, it's kind of a Christmas morning ish scent, I think. And we're gonna do a giveaway tonight, and I'm looking to see. Oh, and Trisha's saying my favorite memory was when I was 9, when it would snow and my mom would get us a scoop to build a fort. And I said, "Well, okay, obviously you didn't grow up around here, because if you got memories of snow, yeah, I'm not saying that we don't have memories of snow here, but it was a hit or miss, once in a lifetime type thing.
Yeah, not unless you're 10 years old.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm 53 and it snowed what, 3 times, I think. Okay, maybe it was 4 times. Okay, from Utah. That explains a lot. Yeah, they have a lot of snow up there. All right, so I tried to gather up all of the names of the folks who are in the comments here. Uh, Although there are more people in the audience than have commented. So if anybody wants to get in on this giveaway, you need to post a comment so I can know you here and add you to the magic prize wheel. Ha ha! Ice Ice Mageddon a few years ago. Yeah, wasn't that long ago. We were in Washington. But anyway, we're gonna do this giveaway, and let's see if I got this right. Hey, it worked. Although, wait a minute, that's not the names that are on the thing. Oh, yeah. That's not what's supposed to be happening. Okay, folks, bear with me once again. Uh,
Technical issues.
yeah, dude, I don't know how Dagan does this, but I'm really upset with him because he didn't give me all the secret tips and tricks and everything. All right, yeah, it's just gonna be a matter of putting the right information, the right address in here, and paste that in. Okay, and it still doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, preet. I don't know who or what a preet is, but ah, now I wonder what happens if I do that. That didn't do anything. Yeah, preet. Yeah, preet. That's my code name.
I think you have several code names you put on here. You'll make sure they'll get the prize if they win. You'll make sure they hand deliver it to them.
All right. Well, I just spun the wheel, but it's not the wheel that you're seeing, and I don't know why. Yeah, man. I'd be dangerous if I had a brain. Let's see. Okay, so delete that and put this in. that actually work? That did not work. Okay, y'all. Well, I can do something different. Yeah, we're gonna wait a minute. Yeah, I really do know what I'm doing here.
Just put the list of names in Chat GPT and tell them to give you a random one.
Yeah, well, the only problem with Chat GPT is it gives great advice ish.
It'll pick a
but
random name.
but but the advice is not always all that great. And it typically doesn't work on my computer. At least that's the problem I've had with everything
Let's
that I've
see.
done since I started trying to use. Do we still have Preet on here? Yeah. Okay. Remove that. Well, apparently it doesn't want us to see this wheel, but yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. Okay. And believe you me, there will be a winner, and I'll even try to make it visible for everybody to see. And bam, there went the wheel. Piss on that wheel. Damn it. And okay. And we'll try this. If this doesn't work, then I will go to plan B. And what is plan B, you ask? This is okay, that didn't work, so that's obviously not plan B.
Yeah, I figure.
But I can figure it out. It'll be okay. Let's see, display capture. We will do a display capture. And OMG, that is okay. Wait, I know what to do. I can do this. I can do this. Yes, I can do it. Put your back into it. All right. Oh, dang it. Didn't drag all the way across. There we go. Now it's across. All right. So we will do this and that. And we will do that. And there we
A little
go.
bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay. Now, it doesn't look as pretty as I had it set up. And unfortunately, 246, I've only got 6 names from the comments here. Yeah, you have to, you only get one entry, Brian. But anyway, okay, so let's see. And if Kevin wins, it means I get a $500 bonus. No, I'm kidding. All right, and Kevin is a winner. And is Kevin still with us here? I don't know if he is. And I'll double it and spin again. Oh, okay.
Wow, very
Well then,
generous.
yeah, that's even more interesting. All right, well let's give the wheel another. And it is Mark Johnson. Mark, I hope you're still in here. Yeah, that shit's rigged. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It is. Shame on us for rigging it. But Mark, contact me.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Yes.
Congrats, Mr. Mark.
Let me figure out how to get all of my stuff back here in. And oh yeah, Mark. Yay, congratulations. And contact me via my social media. Contact me through Instagram or whatever. My link tree is linked on here with my contact info, and I will get with Kevin since he's doubling up your prize. I'm a little bit jelly because these candles smell really, really good. But I want to thank Kevin for his kind generosity and whatnot. And stay tuned. We will be having more giveaways. I'm not going to say that we have an official sponsor for the Weekly Growl, but we might. And we'll be giving away some cool stuff. And I want to say thank you to my guest and good friend, Mr. Kenneth.
My
Thanks for
pleasure,
coming
man.
on, Ken.
Thanks for having me.
Really was enjoyable. Thank you for those of you who are watching and didn't comment. Sorry you didn't comment, but glad that you joined us. And I will leave you folks with my typical closing to be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting their own battle, and we don't necessarily show it, but everybody's got a tough battle they're going through in their own head. And a casual smile, a hello, something like that, it could mean the world to somebody, completely and totally. Could change their life, even. So be nice to each other because you deserve it. And I will let my closing take us out. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. It's not a trend, it's a lifestyle.